You won't believe it. This guy lives nearby, drives a white truck for deliveries, and I guessed it right. I hope Alty doesn't get mad. He swore to confront his wife face to face, but as the return time raced closer, Alty was searching everywhere alone until the day before he had to head. He finally spotted a white delivery truck. Could it be the one mentioned by the boss wife? He followed the driver down an alley like a detective on a mission. He repeatedly stared at the driver, thinking, my wife with this old guy? Impossible. So he stopped him. He pulled out a wife's photo, and the driver turned pale. Alty thought, did I make a mistake? Anger surged through Alty as he kicked the driver, finally an outlet for his rage. He hurried to the place the driver mentioned, desperate to find his wife, but searched every corner of the restaurant with no sign of her. Suddenly, the restaurant manager stopped him, and Alty realized had been played. But fortunately, he learned the driver's address from the manager. He arrived at the driver's house and knocked on the door only to find it wide open, no lock, no problem. Stepping inside, he was hit by darkness and thought, is anyone really living here? The kitchen was a disaster, and the one bedroom was even worse, shattered glass and bloodstains everywhere. Alty's heart was racing. Suddenly, he noticed a frame containing a photo of his daughter. This discovery brought Alty back to reality, and he couldn't help but think, how could my wife actually be living in such a creepy place? He quickly knocked on his neighbor's door, but only learned they'd been seen outside the factory an hour ago. Alty felt a pang. Had they left already? He searched the street below, but all he heard was silence. Helpless, he returned inside, pulled out a watermelon knife from a drawer, ready for action. Alty decided to hide in the corner, thinking, if the driver is really a bad guy, he'll wait till dawn. Eventually, he had to call Old Mine, begging for a few extra days to find his wife, but Old Mine denied him completely. Old Mine even insisted that if things went south, he'd send people after him. Alty felt trapped and clung to his last shred of hope that night. Alty handed some cash to his neighbor, hoping he could stall his wife, giving Alty a chance to whisk her away. He picked up the watermelon knife, wrapped it in a white towel, and tucked it into his shirt, knowing tomorrow was a do-or-die situation. Alty came down early as usual, checked for any movement in the building, ready for anything. Then he spotted two shady figures on the street, turned around and dead back, thinking, why is my luck so lousy today? He cautiously leaned in for a better look, in full detective mode, hoping not to get spotted. To his surprise, they loitered between the 4th and 5th floors. Wasn't this the ambush he had set up? What are they up to? Alty wondered, but before he could ponder further, a black car approached from a distance. Old got out of the car, and watching this scene, Alty's heart jumped to his throat as he quietly awaited the unfolding. As the sensor lights flickered on, two shadows appeared at the window. Looked like they were after Old too. Talk about being surrounded. Oddly enough, the upstairs light was flickering while the driver downstairs didn't seem to notice. Then suddenly, the window shattered. The driver finally sprang into action upon witnessing this, running up, but Alty was still trying to process everything in his mind, thinking, I need to act. With the watermelon knife in hand, he cautiously climbed up, blood dripping from above, while Alty held his breath, thinking, this is too tense. Arriving, he saw the driver over Old Jen, who was dead, and Alty wondered, what happened? Just then, the driver spotted Alty, their eyes locked in a stare down filled with sparks. The driver lunged at Alty with a knife, and in a panic, Alty almost dropped his own knife, but he had been a fighter since childhood and wasn't about to back. Using his hefty strength, Alty pushed the driver down the stairs, and he hit the corner hard with a disastrous fall. Next, Alty rushed to Old Jin's side, though he hadn't delivered the fatal blow. Taking Old Jin's thumb was mission accomplished. Stuffing the thumb in his pocket, he noticed someone upstairs. Old Jin's wife covered her mouth in shock. Alty hesitated. Instead of silencing her, he sprinted downstairs as sirens bled. Time to run. He could only run upwards, no escape, but Old Jin's wife hadn't locked it, so he rushed in and opened the window. He quickly crawled out the window. Thankfully there weren't any cops down there, and Alty hurriedly scaled the outside wall. But it was a long drop 6 stories down. The cops above soon spotted him, while the ones below started to close in. Cornered, Alty had no choice but to kick a window open, facing combat. He chuckled to himself, saying, here we go. He leapt through the opening, seizing the chance as the cops closed in. Alty refused to back down, running for his life. He sprinted down another street, with police cars tailing him. This cat and mouse game was getting intense. Seeing the narrow street, Alty thought maybe he could shake them off, but not even close. Those cops were relentless. Crossing the street led to another main road. He thought he pulled ahead, but again, a cop appeared right in front of him. His heart sank. He dashed onto the main road as police cars howled. Could he escape? At this moment, he desperately thought, is my fate about to change? Come see my story unfold, and don't forget to subscribe. Is any of this truly possible to happen? You absolutely won't want to miss this exciting moment.